Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of WhimsyCraft. This is episode 29, and today we're going to start off working here in the Nether. And as you can see, we've been busy here in the Nether. Quite a bit of this has already been going up, and well, we've got a pretty good start to it. The thing is, well, a start is not a finish, and well, we're kind of in the middle of a start and a finish, so I figured why not go ahead and hop into the very beginning of this episode, and we're going to try to get some of this done right here in the beginning. So go ahead and grab you some popcorn and get ready, because we're going to go ahead and start this episode with a blast, and here we go with the Nether Hub. And just like that, the Nether Hub is, well, it's getting complete, and it's getting there pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and take a look around at everything that we've got built so far. Now this is the main hub, and as you can see, it's just one long room that almost kind of repeats its pattern. Now this back wall, it's not done yet. I've got something special planned for that, so we're going to hold off for that for a while. But here is Ailey's area. I've got it all complete, so if we come in here, this is her little area. All the areas are a little bit different. As far as the design goes, mainly because of space on the outer side when you're trying to put all this in here. But I think it works really well for everyone. You've got enough space in here where if you wanted to leave it like this, you could. It's perfectly fine. But if you want to add a little bit of detail, there's space for it. So I tried to accommodate for that. I didn't know if anybody wanted to actually just leave it the way that it's built, or if they actually wanted to do their own little details. So I tried to give them enough room. This is going to be Scan's area. I've still got to do the ceiling in this one. It's quite big. And I've still got to go around and add all the details to the walls and the lighting. Now, he did not want anything put in this area, so I left this blank. He's got his own little idea for that. Not exactly sure what he's planning for it, but I think it'll look pretty cool in here. I can see he's already changed his portals up, so yeah, be on the lookout for his videos. I'm sure he'll be doing something with that. Now that leads in over here to Ray's area, which again connects to Scan, so I haven't got the roof on it quite yet. I've got some of it done in there, but yeah, this will be the design over here for Ray's. Again, I've still got to do the lighting, I've still got to finish the walls and the ceiling. But this is a pretty big Nether Hub, and I've got it built pretty quickly, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Now this area here is the roundabout where it connects Scan's and Ray's base, and I've done a little bit of detailing here too on the outside of Scan's walls, giving it a little bit of peek through. And this is actually the only place in the whole build that does that. He gets this little special area. I thought it looked really good, and I feel like because this is a big cathedral room, it just kind of works. Now we'll head on back out here to the main hub, and then I'll head down to the Hobbit area. that is complete, and we'll take a look at that. Now here we have the entrance to the Hobbit area for the main hub, and I know it's not finished. I still have a lot of detail to do out here as far as like the walls, the lights, and a bunch of trapdoors. Like, this thing takes an incredible amount of copper trapdoors, so yeah, give me some time. I'll get it all put together. Now as we head on in here, this is the Hobbit area, and as you can see, it's completely done. I'm so happy with this. It looks so good. The walls especially, I like the way that they kind of glisten. And then as you hold on, let me go back, and I want to show this, because this is actually something that I really love about the Nether, especially when you're building up top. So as you can see, right now we're in one biome, and then when we cross over into, say like my area over there, and you probably saw it in the time lapse, the biomes change. So the atmosphere changes, the tint changes, and it just looks really good in here. I love this. I did a little bit of lighting in the ceiling as well, and I already have some plans for this area to kind of decorate it to match our base. Now over here, right around the corner from me, is YMG, and he already had this little structure built. So what I did was I kind of built around it and just kind of added to it. So this is kind of what I'm talking about as far as like the other Whimsies can kind of go in and build their own little thing within the rooms that I build. And I think this looks really good. Now this doorway here will lead to Hobbit HQ eventually, but we still got to get the portal kind of figured out for that. So because that portal is going to move, and I don't want to build this and rebuild it. So we're just going to wait until that portal is done, and then we'll close this one off. But if we head on down the hallway, we have one more portal down here, and that is the temple. So this is the temple down here in the jungle, right across from the Hobbit area. And from what I've heard, this is the temple of the inverted scan, so you might want to watch out if you go through that one. Now we have a lot more work to do today, and not just here in the Nether. We actually need to head to the shopping district, because there's a little bit of detail work that I've been putting off, and we need to just go ahead and take care of. So let's head on over there now, and I will see you when I get there. And today, what we need to work on is finishing this little path right here. Now, I've marked some of it out to the WCPD, but we definitely need to do just a little bit more work to make that look like a defined path. So if we hop on down, we can go ahead and take a look at what we're working with. So right here is where we kind of ended the path for where we were building our leather shop over there and building this bridge over here. And this is kind of the theme that I want to carry on all the way down. I don't want to get too detailed with the path as we do normally. I just want to make like a nice path. Now we are going to have to work the landscape a little bit, because as you can see, it is a little bit rough. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do a little bit of detail work, just kind of getting the landscape where we got to go up and down. Other than that, I'm just going to use a bunch of path blocks, maybe some mud blocks and some mud plate bricks. I don't know, something like a really simple and just a muddy path leading out here, because, well, it's out in the middle of the woods. Nobody really comes out here that much. I mean, I'm an officer of the WCP, and I don't even come out here that much because, well, that's the whole point. You don't want people to have to bug you all the time about things. Like, the next thing you know, they'll be wanting us to actually, like, fight crime or something. We ain't got time for that. We're the WCPD. We have other things to do. Not sure what those things are, but we have things to do. I guess one of them is, well, build this road. That's part of the public works, right? Like, we're helping the public by creating a road. Yeah, WPCD, we're always out here trying to help fix the roads, make places safe, you know? You don't want to get a flat tire heading wherever you got to go here in the WhimsyCraft. Isn't that right, Officer Hoof? Mule Cop. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plop this path down, and then I'll come back and then we'll add a couple details around the edges. So I will see y'all in just a moment. And there we go, we have a nice little path, and I think it blends in really nicely. I try not to go too crazy with the block palette. I wanted to go really simple, but I just couldn't help myself, and I added a little more detail. Now I carried through with the bushes and all the fences, the same as the rest of the shopping district, just kind of working our way through this area. Now one thing is though, it's kind of plain and it's missing something. And I think right here in this corner where there's this little opening is a perfect area for a little scene or some kind of decoration over here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take out these bushes just like that, and now we need to take out this fence just like that, and now we have the perfect area to come right on up here and build a little something. So one thing this area is missing is a little bit of life. So I think what we'll do is we'll put maybe a little cart and look like somebody's kind of set up here for a little camp maybe. I think that would look really good set up right here beside this road. So let's set this area up with a little bit of whimsy.
and a little bit of spice.
Alright, and there we go. As the sun rises, we're pretty much done with this project over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything that we've got built. So as you come into this little area, I really wanted it to feel like it's its own little grove, kind of separated from everything else around. Now, as you can see, Mage and Ailey are definitely up to something they probably shouldn't be, and because of that, they've scorched the whole ground. I hope this isn't another sign for bad things for Whimsy. Last time something like this happened, well, the shopping district blew up. Now, they do have a nice little fire pit area over here, and plenty of vegetation. I added these little mini melons here because I thought they looked pretty good mixed in with the big melons, and then added a little bit of flowers along the bank as well, making sure that the muddier areas were out here next to the water, and as you got in, it dried up a little bit. So over here in the corner, they've got some storage, so they must be planning on staying here for quite a while, and of course, it's raining as always, but you know, that is the way of Whimsy. So they've got their little cart here, and seeing how it's raining, we might as well go ahead and run around and, well, see if we can't get out of the rain. And oh, and the thunder. Oh my goodness. Well, they do have a bed here. And, I hope all this storm isn't because of whatever they're doing over there. Now, it looks like they've been productive in there. At least they're trying to chop some wood and make some firewood and keep this fire going because, well, they're going to have a hard time in this. You know, I did see a little building back here. Maybe we should try to get out of the rain and go into here. This looks a little cozy. It's a little small. And, oh, look, home sweet home. That's so nice. Wait. Oh, no. Oh no, we can't be in here. That smells horrible. Well, anyway, this is the area, so I think it looks pretty good. Alright, well, we're gonna let them finish doing what they're doing, and we're gonna head on out because this rain is too much. I'm getting soaked, and then we're gonna head on to the beach, I think, for sunnier days. Oh, that's so much better. No rain, clear skies, fresh air, and the sand going through my tootsies. If I could see my tootsies. You guys, I don't have tootsies. Where did my tootsies go? Like, there's no tootsies. I have no feet. Oh no. Anyway, here we are at the beach, and I think what I want to do is I want to build a little something right here because this has kind of been missing something since we built it, and what I'm thinking is right here, I'm going to clear this area out, and then we're going to do a little bit of a scene here as well. And what better scene than on the beach than some volleyball? So I think what we'll do is we'll pick two Whimsies and we'll match them in a volleyball match. How about that? And just like always, let's use a little bit of Whimsy. Sorry, didn't have my wand. A little bit of Whimsy magic. And now we have a nice little beach scene. And I think this is what this little area was missing. Just a little bit of extra something to give it that little bit of extra detail. So we've got a nice little volleyball match going on here between some of the local members. And then over here, I've added this little tent area with a little fire and a little seating area. And that way you can kind of just come over here and chill and hang out. And you get a really nice view of the shopping district from this little area. So that's really nice too. Now in here, we've got two little beds and some storage in case you need it. And it's a nice way just to get away from all the activity over there, to just come over here and sit and relax by the water. Now heading back over to the other side, I have added some more detail over here with these little seating areas with these umbrellas. And when you spend the day at the beach at Whimsy, well, you always get free cake as well. Because who doesn't love free cake? So what I've done is I've done different colored umbrellas up here. So that gives it a little bit more color in this area. And then I've added a bunch of beach towels. We also have a couple more Whimsy members right over here, just kind of enjoying the day, hanging out, talking. I've also added some more light underneath the bridge as well, because it was a little dark there. Now overall, I'm extremely happy with this area. It gives it that little bit extra life that we're really missing down here at the beach. Now I've also added some more lighting here as well on either side of the bridge, and I've added some lighting on this side as well. Now on this side of the shopping district area, I've added a whole bunch of lighting underneath these little panels here. Just trying to light up the roadway, and then also I've added a lot of lighting out here as well because it was a little dark. And now, at least we can walk around here in the middle of the night and not have to worry about mobs trying to attack us all the time. Now I would say with this episode, we've got quite a bit done. I mean, we got the nether finished up, almost. We got that little area over there with Alien Mage, and who knows what they're going to get up to over there. Now we have our beach area, and that's all finished up as well. Now I guess the only thing left to do is head on back to the base so we can finish up this episode, because I think we are at the end of this one. So let me just head on back up, and I'll see you in just a moment. Alright everyone, and that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. Now if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like and that share. And if you're new, well, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now down below in the description are all my social links, along with the link to the WhimsyCraft Discord. Now that's where you'll find me and all the other Whimsies, so if you want to get in touch with us, or just have a little bit of fun with all the madness that we have going on, well, that's definitely the place that you should be. So until next time everyone, bye!